kind of wanting to do a soft spoken, but I don't want to be too loud. This right here is Donkey, and he says hello. I've just been reading the Word, and I kind of was in need of some encouragement at the moment. Just with life and everything going on at the moment, it's easy to get down, and it's easy to lose sight of God's plan. So I kind of figured I am not the only one feeling this way, and I think, I wish it was more normalized for people to just, admit that we're not perfect and we're not always doing okay, and life isn't put together all the time. And I've found so much encouragement reading the Word tonight, and I wanted to kind of share some of that with you guys. This is my beautiful Bible. It's from Hosanna Revival, I believe, and it's a beautiful study Bible where you can write you can write on these columns here. So what I thought I would do is I'd give you like a little point of view of what I'm reading, and you can follow along with me. Now, I wanted to bring us to James because this is one of my favorite books in the Bible. James talks a lot about faith and endurance, as you can see here, and how even when we go through hard times, it can be an opportunity for joy. And I think it's really encouraging. So I'm going to read this chapter here, which I really like. So, dear brothers and sisters, when troubles of any kind come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. So let it grow, for when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing. If you need wisdom, ask our generous God, and he will give it to you. He will not rebuke you for asking, but when you ask him, be sure that your faith is in God alone. Do not waver, for a person with divided loyalty is as unsettled as a wave of the sea that is blown and tossed by the wind. Such people should not expect to receive anything from the Lord. Their loyalty is divided between God and the world, and they are unstable in everything they do. Believers who are poor have something to boast about, for God has honored them, and those who are rich should boast that God has humbled them. They will fade away like a little flower in the field. The hot sun rises and the grass withers. The little flower droops and falls, and its beauty fades away. In the same way, the rich will fade away with all of their achievements. God blesses those who patiently endure testing and temptation. Afterward, they will receive the crown of life that God has promised to those who love Him. I wanted to share my side note, which said, if we are steadfast in our trials, Jesus wants us to know that our happiness can coexist with external and internal pressures we're facing. I've lost track. And remember, when you are being tempted, do not say, God is tempting me. God is never tempted to do wrong, and He never tempts anyone else. Temptation comes from our own desires, which entice us and drag us away. These desires give birth to sinful actions, and when sin is allowed to grow, it gives birth to death. So don't be misled, my dear brothers and sisters. Whatever is good and perfect is a gift coming down to us from God our Father, who created all the lights in the heavens. He never changes or casts a shifting shadow. He chose to give birth to us by giving us His true word, and we, out of all creation, became His prized possession. This is really out of my comfort zone, but I felt led to post this, and it doesn't matter to me how many views it gets, whether it will get any views. I think more importantly, I wanted to plant a little bit, like a seed of hope, because there's so much going on in this world, and what I find is a lot of it is filled with so much dread and negativity and hopelessness. I wanted you to know that whatever you're going through, you're not alone. You're not alone. Everything's gonna be okay. And remember, when our faith is tested, when we go through trials and tribulations, it is an opportunity for great joy, because we know that the testing of our faith produces perseverance. Honestly, if I could give you a piece of advice, I'd highly encourage that you get a little notebook like this. This one here says pages of your presence. And what I try to do, I'm not very good at it, but I write out how I'm feeling. And it's a really great way for me to connect with God, because sometimes I don't feel like verbalizing it, I just feel like writing it down, and it's been a really great outlet for me, and I highly recommend. You don't have to be a good writer, it doesn't matter, it's only going to be for you and God's eyes to see, but it's a really good way to get your feelings out without having to keep it all up inside of you and distract yourself. Because one thing I've learned is that when you do hold on to things, unless you actually get that out and give that over to God, it's gonna keep coming up, and that insecurity or that void or whatever it is, it's just gonna grow bigger. You can bury it all you want, but it's not going away unless you hand it over to this is going to be a consistent thing for me, but I thought I'd give it a shot. And yeah, I think that's me signing out.